What's up, y'all? It's your boy Rodney Perry from the Monique Show, and I'm on howsmyrolling.net.
Howsmyrolling.net.
How does it actually feel being on primetime television, BET Late Night, and having a show with Miss Monique? How does that actually feel?
It's really amazing, and what I mean when I say that, you can get on your knees and ask God for certain things, but I couldn't ask for this 2 years ago because I just didn't see it in the future. So it's kind of amazing how your life takes these amazing turns. So it's exciting. You get to work with an Oscar award-winning actress every night, and you get to be on TV and be funny and learn how to be a star. You know, that's what I learned more than anything watching Monique is how to be a star.
Being that you are one of the busiest men in the business, I know that you have appeared on Def Comedy Jam, you've done Comic View, you've been on Chelsea lately. How does it actually just feel working with talented people in the comedy industry and just being on those shows and being a part of those things?
Well, you know, I'm a comedian first, so, you know, all I ask God for when I hit Hollywood and I moved to L.A. is to just to give me the ability to tell good people from bad people. And, you know, with that, you know, you tend to meet good people, you know, and opportunities, you just got to be ready, you know, because, you know, you're always going to be afforded opportunities, but everybody is not always ready. And so I just been trying to be prepared when I did get opportunities so I didn't squander those opportunities. You know what I mean?
Okay. Going off of the career a little bit, just take me through a day of your life.
Well, like, I'll give you a day when we're shooting. When we're shooting the show, we shoot the Monique Show 6 shows a week, 3 days out the week. My day is typically, it depends. My wife and I, we kind of rotate and taking the kids to school. So if I'm taking the kids to school that day, I might get up around 6 a.m., you know, take the kids to school for 7:15, make sure they get on the bus, whatever they're doing that day. Come back home, I got maybe an hour to play with, you know, get ready, get dressed, shower, shave, all that good stuff. Then I head out to the set. I'm on set at 10 a.m. My first meeting is like 10:05. Come out of that meeting about 10:30. Go into another meeting with Monique at around, you know, 10:30, 10:35. Come out of that meeting, then start making preparations for the show, makeup, hair, wardrobe, all that good stuff. Come out of there, do the show about 1:30 in the afternoon, the first show. And after that show, it takes about an hour and a half to shoot. Come out of there. Then we go to lunch for about an hour, come out of lunch, and we do another show at like 5:30. So we reset, do everything over. And I'm usually back home by like 8:30 or 9. So, you know, at night. So that's a typical day when I'm shooting. And that's also not a day that I'm performing.
Like, what advice could you leave with us? Like, what inspirational words? Is there anything that you can do to encourage us to, you know, go forward?
Oh, absolutely, man. There's a couple of tenets I live my life by. One is hard work. You know, what happens when you're on the college level especially is, you know, you feel like that, you know, you see your life and you think you don't feel like what you're doing is mattering. But you gotta, everything you do is of value. So whether you're learning, you're taking a class, you're like, man, I'm never going to use this stuff, but that stuff will come in handy at some point in your life. And you got to be willing to work hard. Some things you do in life, you do as a means to an end. Like, we don't have a bird's eye view of the big picture of our lives sometimes. Give you a great example. I did radio in L.A. for like 3 years for free, right? Did radio for 3 years. I started off, I had a little comedy room in L.A., and I just went on to start advertising my room. That went from 1 day a week to 3 days a week to 5 days a week to, 3 years later, I've been there every day without fail. And people used to talk about me like, why you going up there? Yeah, you going up there with the people? Do you know they ain't paying you and blah, blah. But I learned radio. So fast forward my life, 2 years after that, Monique said, hey, I got a radio show. Would you mind joining me on my radio show? Now, I wouldn't have been ready to do Monique and get paid if I hadn't done the 3 years for free. You know, but I had to work. I had to be prepared. And if I had done the radio, I wouldn't be on TV right now. So all of that stuff, you just got to just live your life and do that work. There is no substitute for hard work. You know, a lot of people try to circumvent life. Like, you grinding in your life right now, you studying, you doing stuff, but I'm sure you got peers that's like, nah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go do this ABC. But you're going to spend 10 years learning something, no matter what. You're going to spend 10 years of your life trying to figure it out. So it's a great thing. And A&T, you know, you guys, y'all hold a little piece of my life as well. You probably don't know. Y'all head football coach is Lee Fobbs, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Coach Fobbs was my football coach in high school in Monroe, Louisiana. He was one of my first mentors, and he's one of the first people that, you know, how, you know, you go through your life, certain people kind of make you into the human being that you're going to become. He was one of the first male role models I had that I was really impressed with him as a father and him as a coach and a human being, you know. So shouts out to Coach Fobbs.
Well, I didn't know that, and that's the other thing I do, like, I feel good about going to a HBCU because I feel that, you know, you can connect more than, not saying that you can with any other institution, but for me, I just feel like I'm learning more, I'm connecting more, and I can do more with the HBCU because I'm around my people.
Yeah, absolutely, and, you know, I'm a big fan. I tried to encourage my daughter to go to a HBCU. She chose LSU. And you know, don't get me wrong, every student, every child has their choice. But, you know, in the grand scheme of things, I think that we benefit from the knowledge of people that walk in our shoes. Not to say that other people of other races don't walk a similar path, but it's not the same path. Yeah. So, you know, I have a unique knowledge as a black man that I could help a young black man with that, you know, somebody of another race or color doesn't get. And that's what culture is. You know, I think black folks, we are kind of void of culture, you know, in a lot of respects because we don't have language. We don't have, you know, all we have is each other. And when we do use each other, you know, we get ostracized for that. Oh, y'all just trying to, you know, we get accused of being elitist, which is not always true.
What is the best advice that you have ever been given?
I mean, I've got so many jewels over the years, man. You know, people just stop and drop you jewels, and I'll give you a couple of them. Steve Harvey gave me a couple of things. We was backstage. I used to write on Steve Harvey's Big Time, which is a TV show that he had, and Steve, he would stop every once in a while and just give us some, like, you ever got like some juicy for somebody, you like, oh, that was for me. And he'd go, he said, Rodney P., let me tell you something, dog. Do you really want this? I said, what you mean, Steve? He said, do you really want this? You got to make sure you really, really want this. He said, man, I can't go out to the mall with my wife. You know, I can't go out to Applebee's and eat with my family because it turned into something else. You got to know if you really want this because it's very isolated sometimes. Rodney P., do you want this? You know, and so I really had to stop and evaluate if I really wanted, you know, what this entertainment industry had to give besides money and fame. You know, there's a lot of other things that come with it. You know, it's drawing on your time. You ever meet a celebrity that don't want to take a picture or do an autograph, and you like, man, that dude is whack. You know, because that person isn't totally vested in what they signed up for. So that's what Steve Harvey gave me. I had Mark Curry. He stopped me one time, and this is for anybody that's like in entertainment. You can't put yourself where you got a little funky look on your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, say, for instance, you working, you might be the last dude on the totem pole or the last girl that they go to, but at the same time, you feel like you're better and you should be looked at with more esteem. But, you know, God say, he who is last shall be first, and he who is first shall be last. So sometimes you got to do your time at the end of the line. And that's what Mark Curry kind of shared with me. He's like, Rodney, he said, man, you on a TV set? He said, man, you Don't complain about nothing.
So what can we look forward to in the future for you? What are some of your goals or some of the things that you're working on that we are not aware of?
Well, first of all, I want everybody at A&T to blow up my Twitter. I'm at Rodney Perry. I have a website as well, rodneyperry.com. Of course, the Monique Show is coming back for season 2. We start shooting next week here in Atlanta. And I'm currently shooting a movie with Tyler Perry. I just booked a movie with Tyler Perry called Medea's Big Happy Family. And I really think this is going to be kind of a breakout for me. So I'm excited about that. And then I'll be working on another movie in September in L.A. for about a week or 8 or 9 days in L.A. So it's called The Last Laugh with myself and Tony Rock. So that's in the most recent future. And I'm coming to a town near you, man. I'm a comedian, so I travel all the time. Monique and I shoot Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so I'm usually out on the weekends telling jokes.
But you said that you do have a Twitter. Could you get it to us one more time?
My Twitter is at Rodney Perry, and my website is rodneyperry.com.
Thank you for your interview also, and I would definitely be tuning into the Monique Show because I love her also. I watch her show every night. She's funny and loud and crazy. But
I know her.